You're watching First Alert 7 News at 9 on the CW and live on YouTube with Lauren Munt and weather with Tom Tiefertiller.
Thanks for joining us for First Alert 7 News on the CW, and thanks for joining us live on the First Alert 7 YouTube. I'm Mary Kate Hamilton. Our top story tonight is out of the town of Pecos City. At least one person is dead and another is seriously injured after a train collided with a tractor trailer at the crossing near Oak Street and North Street in Pecos City today. That's according to the Union Pacific. You're looking now at footage from the scene as the train was derailed around 5 p.m. and hit the Chamber office building. As we said earlier, one person is dead and another is seriously injured. 3 more were treated for injuries at the Reeves Regional Hospital. The city manager for Pecos also confirmed during a news conference that this is not a hazmat situation and there is no public danger.
The only breach that we have of any material right now was diesel from the engine. It has been contained, so there's no hazard to the public at this time.
The scene is still active and the public is still being asked to avoid the area. The investigation is still ongoing, and the city of Pecos says their next update on the situation will be expected tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. As a result of the train derailment, we do have some traffic adjustments for you. Southbound traffic on Highway 285 is being diverted to F Street and County Road 1216. Meanwhile, northbound traffic on Highway 285 will experience closures on 3rd and 4th Streets. Reeves County is asking you to follow guidance from local authorities as this may change. You can get updates from them on their Facebook page, by the way. We have the first alert for you on an accident that happened in Midland tonight around 7:30. Midland police responded to a vehicle crash with a structure. Take a look at this. Officials say a Ford Mustang was speeding east in the 1300 block of West Florida Avenue. Then the driver lost control of the car and crashed into a funeral home. The driver was not seriously injured, but was taken to a hospital to be checked out anyways. This investigation is ongoing. And we turn now to new details on a crime story we first alerted you on yesterday. You may remember this man, 35-year-old Marcus Thomas, and his mugshot. He was arrested yesterday after law enforcement responded to shots fired at the Odessa East Side Walmart. Sheriff's deputies located the suspect in the 4900 block of County Road West. They say he refused to stop and then led them on a chase. The pursuit finally ended and ECSO says a canine was deployed. Then they say Thomas assaulted the dog, hitting it in the face and slamming its head in the car door. However, the dog was still able to subdue Thomas, and he was arrested and taken to the hospital for a dog bite. ECSO, meanwhile, says the canine was not seriously injured. We have more details now on the Department of Energy release we first told you about last night as well. About a year ago, the administration banned LNG exports in part to appease climate activists. According to Representative August Pfluger's office, in December of 2023, more than 80% of U.S. LNG exports went to the European Union, the United Kingdom, or Asian markets, which helped lower natural gas prices by over 80%. LNG exports benefit both our economy and domestic prices. In response to the Department of Energy study, Representative Pfluger called for Congress to remove the Department of Energy from having a role at all in approving LNG export licenses. He said in a statement, in part, quote, "In 2025, Congress must act to remove the reckless DOE from having a role in approving LNG export licenses. The U.S. can and should rise to the occasion," end quote. For more information on this story, go to our website, firstalert7.com. We're going to talk your weather forecast. Hard to believe it, but we are exactly a week away from Christmas. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller. Tom?
Yes, it's almost upon us here in West Texas, and we're dealing with a nice chilly evening out there. As we take a look at your first alert, well, we're going to see this continue, freezing night to night, but overall milder conditions for the weekend and looking great for holiday travel here over the next few days. So not looking all that bad for the holidays. High temperatures today across the area. Well, ignore this 66. We saw temperatures again into the mid to upper 50s across most areas today, as readings are currently into the lower 40s out there. 37 in Big Spring right now, 39 in Fort Davis. So already chilly spots developing out there where we could see freezing temperatures overnight tonight with light winds, clear skies. That's going to be a good bet first thing in the morning. So take those freeze precautions with Midland, Odessa, Big Spring. 32 degrees in a large part of West Texas, southeast of Mexico, dealing with that first thing in the morning. And then we'll see some milder temperatures. We'll talk more about that and more about that Christmas forecast here in a few minutes.
Well, I saw all the houses and also I was co-pilot.
I saw a crazy house that had a lot like. I think we flew over the North Pole.
Okay, seriously, how cute are they? As Tom said, Christmas is only a week away. And as you just heard, reindeer will not be the only ones taking to the skies this Christmas. That could be you. For the 10th year in a row, the Christmas lights night flights are soaring over West Texas, bringing holiday magic from a whole new perspective. Passengers board the Spirit of West Texas, a Beech C-45 World War II aircraft, for a 30-minute journey at 1,500 feet. Right below passengers are the Midland-Odessa area's bright Christmas lights dazzling below. The plane, which departs from the CAF hangar at Midland International Air and Spaceport, seats up to 5, making it a unique and memorable experience for families or small groups, or really anyone who wants to see the lights just like Santa does.
See when I'm flying over with the reindeer. And it's a different perspective. Get to see the rigs off in the distance drilling, the West Texas things that you see.
And while the experience is magical, it doesn't just happen like Santa's magic. These flights are all made possible by volunteer pilots and CAF members who donate their time, skills, and passion for history. More volunteers are always needed to keep this beloved tradition and the spirit of these planes alive. For more information, you can go to our website. And with the holiday season in full swing, it is easy to get distracted with Christmas festivities, but it's important to remember that our furry friends are part of the celebration too. There is so much to enjoy during the holidays, whether it's opening presents or enjoying time with your family, which may cause you to overlook the potential dangers to your pets. Examples of holiday hazards range from mistletoes to Christmas cactus. But your Christmas tree can potentially be the most dangerous item in your house when you're thinking about your pets.
It's definitely a hazard, especially if the lights are plugged in and we tip the tree over and now we have a fire. So make sure that your tree is properly secured. And then if you are using a live Christmas tree, take care to try and keep your pets out of the water because it can have either fertilizer in it, or if the water gets stagnant, it can grow bacteria.
Surprisingly, using plastic decorations is the best solution to keep your pets safe. And turning now to your health headlines, there has been a rise in pertussis cases, or whooping cough, in Ector County and across the U.S. Whooping cough is contagious and can be spread through coughing or sneezing. Infected people are most contagious up to 21 days after the cough begins. Early symptoms include low fever, runny nose, mild cough, and apnea, and those can last up to 2 weeks. The traditional symptoms include a sudden and violent cough, vomiting, and exhaustion.
We have seen that increase during these months of the holidays, after the holiday season, all that. So unfortunately, it is something that we can treat if it is catched early. The only thing is that they do get sick, and that sickness is, it can, put you out of school, work.
So far, Ector County Health Department reports there are 5 confirmed cases of pertussis in Ector County. 2 cases were reported at Odessa High School a few days ago. There is a vaccine for the disease, and you can schedule an appointment to get it at the Ector County Health Department. We have a first alert on your public safety now. Today, the Senate passed the National Defense Authorization Act. That will benefit Texas service members. The new defense bill will raise troops' pay by 4.5%. Authorizes $590.7 million for military construction projects in Texas, expands access to child care for children and military families, and supports Texas job creation. The bill also makes improvements to investigation and prosecution of online child exploitation. For more information on this bill, you can go to our website. And we have some first alert news across Texas. Attorney General Ken Paxton is trying to stop the Biden administration from auctioning off sections of border wall materials, including steel beams. Paxton says that if these materials were purchased with border defense funds, it would break federal law to sell them off. So Paxton has filed a motion with the court to intervene and prevent any sections of the wall from being sold illegally. In a statement, Paxton said, quote, President Trump has an overwhelming mandate from the American people to build the wall, and I will do everything in my power to prevent any acts of sabotage by the outgoing administration, end quote. More state news now. Another subpoena has been issued for a death row inmate to testify before lawmakers this week. The Texas House Committee on Criminal Jurisprudence is ordering Robert Robertson to appear at the state capitol in Austin on Friday. The request comes after an initial subpoena ended up blocking his scheduled execution in October. Robertson was convicted of murdering his 2-year-old daughter in 2002. His conviction relied on allegations that his daughter died of shaken baby syndrome. Robertson's attorneys argued that diagnosis was wrong. Now, lawmakers on the committee believe his case warrants a re-examination of the evidence. And it won't be long before inspection stickers on non-commercial vehicles in Texas are a thing of the past. Starting January 1st, Texas drivers will no longer need to get a safety inspection on their car before they register it. State lawmakers got rid of the inspection program for non-commercial cars back in 2023. One longtime vehicle inspector fears more unsafe cars and trucks will hit the roads. However, police say they'll still be on the lookout for cars with safety issues.
Let it go in gear and drive, that's all they care. They don't care about the safety end of it. They don't realize how much they put their own life or somebody else's life in danger.
Safety is a big thing for us. It really won't affect us much at all. I mean, there's still laws on the books that cover vehicle having to be safe to be operated on the highway. We will still be investigating those.
Texas drivers will still have to pay a safety inspection fee when they register their vehicle. Coming up, UTPB has officially launched the 2024-2025 Champions Fund campaign. We tell you the details up next. UTPB has officially launched the 2024-2025 Champions Fund campaign. The goal is to raise $1 million for all 14 NCAA state sports programs at the university. The funding raised through this initiative would help create scholarships for student athletes. Many students look for a sense of community during their time at the university, and according to officials, the Champions Fund helps them feel supported and encourages them to stay in the Basin post-grad.
It's exciting to see the growing support. So if you haven't yet supported athletics, please join us. These student athletes are our future workforce here in the Permian Basin. They come here from all over the United States, and they really love this community.
If you'd like to support the UTPB Champions Fund or learn more about it, go to their website, utpb.edu/championsfund. Anyone's welcome to join and support the student athletes.
A freezing night on the way, but then milder weather after that. We're going to talk about that forecast all the way through Christmas coming up next.
Now, from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller.
Well, let's take a look outside at Starbright Village this evening as we are seeing some pretty nice conditions out there. Beautiful view of some poinsettias all lit up. 44 degrees right now in McKinney Park, and you have all the way through Christmas and the weekend after Christmas to get out there and enjoy the Christmas lights again in Odessa at McKinney Park. High pressure's in control of our weather, shoving that front through the area and bringing some chilly conditions out there, and we have pretty quiet conditions back to the west, so it looks like things are going to be quiet here over the next few days. An occasional cool front will really be about it. You can see the one pushing through portions of South Texas. The cooling is just now starting to roll in with this front into portions of deep South Texas as this high pressure again going to make for a chilly night. It's already 35 in Amarillo. We're at 40 in the Permian Basin, so not that far away, but you can see that cooler air really starting to filter down with 59 in San Antonio, 65 in Corpus Christi. Now the futurecast, not much in the skies overnight tonight towards the early morning hours, as we're going to see maybe a high cloud or two, but the combination of clear skies, light winds will allow those temperatures to tumble, and it's very dry too out there, so that helping things out. So it looks like a sunny day on the way for your Thursday, and continuing the clock, moving it ahead into Friday. We're going to see a few high clouds here and there, but that's really about it across the area as we're going to slide in very quietly to the weekend before Christmas. So for the rest of tonight, those temperatures will drop down into the lower 30s out there. It is going to be chilly. Please take freeze precautions across most of the Permian Basin, into the mountain areas, some areas across the Trans-Pecos too. So really anywhere across West Texas and southeast of Mexico. Should rebound some tomorrow with southwest winds warming things up a little bit into the upper 60s in your First Alert 7 10-day forecast. Another weak front on the way on Friday, dropping temperatures a little bit. Then winter starts this weekend. It's going to feel more like early spring with temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, and that's really the trend all the way through Christmas Eve into Christmas Day.
Up next here at 9, new charges are being pushed against the man who shot the United Healthcare CEO. We have the latest details in just a few minutes. New charges in the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. A Manhattan grand jury has indicted 26-year-old Luigi Mangione of first-degree murder as an act of terrorism. He may be extradited to New York as soon as tomorrow. Lilia Luciano has the latest.
Luigi Mangione is facing 11 charges in New York in connection with the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson 2 weeks ago. Among them, first-degree murder in furtherance of terrorism.
Could you describe just how rare it is for your office to charge with first-degree murder?
They are reserved for, the most abhorrent conduct, killing a police officer, serial killing, and the terrorism is one subsection of that.
Ricky Kleeman is a criminal defense attorney.
This charge of murder in the first degree under these circumstances as an act of terrorism is highly unusual. What you have is an action that is designed to coerce and intimidate the civilian population.
Mangione was arrested at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania last Monday. Police there say he had a ghost gun that New York investigators claim matches shell casings found at the crime scene. Mangione is being represented by high-profile prosecutor turned defense attorney Karen Friedman Agnifilo. Before she was representing Mangione, Agnifilo discussed a potential defense strategy.
It looks to me like there might be a not guilty by reason of insanity defense that they're going to be thinking about, because the evidence is going to be so overwhelming that he did what he did.
Do you see insanity as a wise defense?
The only viable defense in this case is an insanity defense.
And Mangione is due back in court in Pennsylvania for a hearing about the extradition tomorrow morning. We will be there. The district attorney said he has indications that the defendant may waive that hearing, at which point he would be brought to New York. But if he continues to fight it, the DA said he is prepared to push forward. At that point, the New York governor, who has said she intends to issue a warrant for his extradition, would do so, and then the Pennsylvania governor would have to sign it. Lilia Luciano, CBS News, New York.
Still ahead, we have one last crime story for you, and you might want to guard your Christmas tree. Stay with us. Tom, we are ending on a serious note tonight as South Carolina officers have taken the Grinch into custody after catching the fictional, of course, Dr. Seuss character trying to steal a Christmas tree and gifts from inside a home. Pickens police said the dramatized burglary took place on December 11th and added that many of these incidents have been occurring around town, involving a suspect described as being furry and green, wearing a Santa hat and a jacket. Body-worn camera footage shows officers entering a home and spotting the Grinch in the living room. The Grinch was charged with first-degree stealing Christmas and third-degree onion breath.
Oh, my.
I know. So, everyone, make sure your Ring cameras are working. Make sure that flue in your chimney is closed. And keep an eye out for any green creatures. We've been seeing a lot of them around town here locally, Tom.
Yes, I know, and I hope the police are on the job there, but
I
they
hope
are,
so too.
are in that location because they arrested the Grinch there.
No mercy. No word yet on how much time will be served or whether he posted bail. So we'll have to continue to follow this story overnight into the morning hours,
Did
Tom.
Max post the bail for him, you wonder?
I hope so. I hope so.
Or Cindy Lou Who?
Uh-huh.
As an act of kindness.
You know, people say I look like Cindy Lou Who.
You could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you really
They say
could.
that's my doppelganger. So if you're watching on the 9 tonight, that's your exclusive. That's
There you go.
my twin.
There you go. Well, let's talk a little weather and show you that weather's going to be nice. Nothing grinchy in this forecast as we're going to see mild temperatures, it looks like, all the way through Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So you don't have any weather excuses to get on that shopping or decorating, cooking, everything else you got going here over the next few days.
Perfect. I love this forecast, Tom. My mom's coming from the Midwest sometime this coming week, and she's excited for the warmer temperatures too. All right, we got more news coming up tonight on First Alert 7 News at 10.